Hi everyone, our group is going to address the topic of advocacy for parents of ELLs. To start with, we would like to talk about the background information of English language learners. In 2004 and 2005, approximately 5.1 million or 10.5% of the US student population are English language learners. Approximately 79% of ELLs nationally are from Spanish language background. Throughout the United States, 6 states Arizona, California, Texas, New York, Florida, and Illinois that heavily concentrate 61% of the ELL population. Despite the high concentration in 6 states, other states have experienced a 300% or higher growth of ELLs in a 10-year period from 1995 to 2005. As you could see in figures and facts of ELL, you could also see clearly about the percentage of ELLs first language that could make better sense to you. With the fast growing speed of English language learners, the number of ELL's parents grows so fast that school districts should pay attention to. As with other students, an important aspect of ELL success is family engagement. Family engagement or involvement can largely enhance the ELL's confidence and strengthen their success in academy. However, sometimes when ELLs enter a new environment where the native language is not their first language, they may struggle with school life and study. Moreover, their parents, due to language barrier, don't know how to communicate effectively with their kid's general curriculum teacher and how to engage in school. Concerning the large number of parents of ELLs in the United States and the ability of them to advocate for the needs of themselves and their children, we conduct a questionnaire containing 14 multiple questions and one open question. We send them out to the parents from Korea and China who live in Auburn. We translate them from English to Korea and Chinese. After 1 week, we got 19 feedbacks from Korea and 15 feedbacks from China. Regardless of cultural differences, most of parents have at least a bachelor degree and have intermediate English proficiency level. However, most of the Korea family has 2 children while most of Chinese family only have 1 child. Furthermore, kids from both countries, they only have one ESL class during a week, and parents both hold a view that the ESL classes just help a little to their kids, and the content of ESL class are not related to general curriculum courses. As we collected the data, we found pretty interesting issues that parents from both countries would prefer to seek private tutor when they want to improve their kids' English proficiency rather than the ESL teacher. And if their kids refuse to go to school, they will look for a home tutor instead of a qualified ESL teacher. What can we conclude from these two issues, and what can we do to turn the situation and provide better assistance to the kids and their parents? Meanwhile, we went to an elementary school and took some pictures of their class, either during their break or when they were having a classes. We invited 2 immigrant moms from Korea and interviewed them, asking them about their kids' learning and their concerns as parents. One of them wrote answers down and read them in English, while the other spoke in Korea, and our group member and translated them.
I have seen other new students from many countries this year. My son was a new student too last year. On his first day, he was very nervous because he had to meet new teachers and new classmates who would speak English, not Korean. He couldn't speak English well. He couldn't understand what the teachers were saying. From the second day, he didn't want to go to school. New environment made him sick. In his school, there is an ESC class for new students from other countries. I think it was helpful, but not enough. He had to struggle alone. I wish schools have more helpers who can speak English and the student mother tongues so that new students may enjoy their school days. That's all. Thank you.
Wow.
I'm Suha, Lee's
이수아
mom. We're
엄마입니다.
from South Korea.
미국
She has
학교에 처음
finished the
와서
first grade at
2학년을
our
배정을
home country.
받았는데,
However, from the very first day
역시나
of the new
한국에서도
school,
적응이
she started
어려웠지만
crying as
처음
soon
미국
as
학교로
entering the
왔는데
classroom.
너무 많이
There was no
울어서
one she can count on in her
당황스럽고 많이
classroom. That's
힘들었습니다.
why she kept
그런데
crying and crying almost
선생님께서
every
엄마 그냥
day.
가지 말고
So the
교실
homeroom
안으로
teacher suggested
들어오든지
me to stay beside
도서관으로
her
가서
in the
발런티어를
classroom
하는 것이
or to do
어떻겠냐라고
volunteer
제안을
work at the
하셔서
school
두 달이
library. In
넘게
that
지금
way,
학교에서
the teacher could
발런티어로
call me
여기에
whenever my
있습니다.
daughter needs me for any reasons.
물론
I have
아이들이
been working
많고
in her school
또
for almost
선생님들이
3
할 일이
months.
너무 많은
In the
것은
meantime,
제가 눈으로
we couldn't
봐서 또 몸으로
assist
많이
my husband's
겪어서
work.
알고
In
있지만
addition, I am not good at
수아에게
speaking English.
또
Because of
낯설은
this language
환경이고
barrier,
외국인인
I can't
수아에게
have a
조금
conversation
더
with her homeroom teacher
관심을
about
많이
her school life.
가져주시고
If there were a
적응을
translator for
잘했다라는 것이
immigrants like
하루하루
me,
잘하고
I could
있다는
get to
것이
know better
하루하루
about my kids' school life
눈에
and
보이는
reduce my
만큼
anxiety about
좋아지고
this
있는 것
unknown
같은데
situation.
그러한 것들을 칭찬해 주시고
Also, we searched some information of impact from state and national-wide about advocacy. Auburn City Schools designed the Parental Involvement Plan FY at 2015 that they will take a set of actions to involve parents in the joint development of its LEA, which required by state, including send services to parents of Title I and English learners for feedback. Survey results will be analyzed and provided to parents and ELLs. Alabama Department of Education is pleased to announce the purchase of a statewide subscription from Transact to benefit all district schools in the state to communicate effectively and professionally. Also, the U.S. Department of Education made specific standards to states and districts that identify limited English proficient parents and provide effective services to them. Additionally, we find advocacy effort on social media. The Office of English Language Acquisition in the U.S. Department of Education report that parents of English language learners will benefit from No Child Left Behind policy. No Child Left Behind policy has the vision that all children could achieve academic success by receiving the same high-quality education, under which parent of an English language learner can expect receiving a quality education taught by a high qualified teacher. They also state the rights of a parent of English language learners. Alabama Department of Education state requirements of providing notifications to parents of ELs identified for participation in an English language instruction education program. The notification include the reason, the child's level of English proficiency, and the methods of instruction used in programs. The school district will also provide materials and training to help parents work better with their kids to improve academic achievements as well. Let's look at some current advocacy efforts. Among numerous marvelous efforts made throughout the country, we choose one example to demonstrate. Elevate is a national effort that unites schools, families, and other community parents to provide a set of services designed to make sure that every student succeeds in middle school, high school, and beyond. Elevate Chicago is led by the Local Initiative Support Corporation's Chicago office. It seeks to change the educational achievement and life outcomes of middle school students in 5 Chicago schools. It takes several actions for those goals: to extend the school day with afternoons, weekends, and summer programs, to set up teenager-focused health clinic. It also recognizes parent and community leaders to build up advocacy for these initiatives and policies which support similar programs in other schools. Okay, now, after looking at so many needs and efforts, what can we do to better advocate for parents of ELLs? Well, there are 5 simple ways to increase parental involvement for ELLs or any other learners. Firstly, keep topics related and short. Secondly, provide incentives. Thirdly, use visuals to aid understanding. Fourthly, include community partners. Finally, encourage interactions. How actually help ELL parents get better involved in their kids' school? Addressing this issue, let's focus on the definition of parent involvement. Parent involvement is defined as being aware and involved in schoolwork, understanding the relationship between parenting skills and student success in schooling, a commitment to consistent communication with educators about progress. For the purpose of elaborating parental involvement in a more detailed and accurate way, we bilingually conduct another survey in English and Korean, which consists of 8 multiple-choice questions and 1 open question regarding approaches, concerns, and expectations of being involved in your child's education and build a great relationship with the teacher. Within a week, we got 11 respondents and analyzed the data. Most respondents have experiences of participating in school activities, mostly in school volunteer work, some in school events run by Parent and Teacher Association, and only a few in children's field trip as chaperone, whose job is to take care of a certain number of children for the teacher. Despite various degrees in the involvement, they all agree with the benefits of involvement in school activities. Many of them agree that it helps their children feel at home even in the new school circumstances. Moreover, they said that they could get useful information on educating their children as well as on the school activities. One noticeable thing is that parents believe that their involvement in school activities can give them opportunities to communicate in English. However, in spite of the fact that they agree on the benefit of improving their communicative skill in English, almost all respondents hesitate to participate in school activities because of their low English proficiency. To get this resolved, 9 out of 10 respondents want to have translator service, and 6 want ESL programs for parents in the school. Additionally, they feel teachers here are less friendly and personal. One reason for this is that most teachers don't give their phone number. Parents can't contact their kids' home teacher directly, even in the urgent situations. Specifically, with the great help of Anne, she interviewed a Korean mom who talked about her situation and the eagerness of being involved in school. I moved to Montgomery last December because of my husband's job. I have 3 kids, a 3rd grade, a kindergarten, and a 9-month-old baby. There are many limitations for me. One thing is that I can't drive, so I can't attend ESL programs which located far from my house. If there was shuttle services for people, I can benefit those good programs. The most frustrating thing is that I can't speak English, even for daily tasks such as shopping and going to a bank and so on. I feel stuck in this new world. I want to improve my English proficiency. I hope good ESL programs will be available for immigrant parents in the school. I am sure that ESL programs for immigrant parents will enable them to get firm standing in this new world. On top of that, guides for the immigrant parents about their kids' school are what we also wanted to help my kids with their schoolwork. I have no idea about what is going on in my kids' school, even though there are many leaflets are delivered by my kids. They are all in English, but we can hardly get information from them. What are the steps of getting involved in school? The expectations result from ELL parents in accordance with surveys are: firstly, they want to have a ESL coordinator. Secondly, translator service for immigrant parents. Thirdly, more involving events for immigrant parents, such as PTA, Parents and Teacher Association, and the volunteer job. We will address them respectively. Firstly, ESL coordinator. Having a ESL coordinator has various beneficiaries. For example, developing a creative learning community across the school, involving ESL parents, governors, and other members of the community extensively throughout the program, facilitating the long-term development of creative teaching and learning for ESL program at a structured and systematic level, taking overall responsibility for program and project management. Secondly, having a translator between ESL parents and teacher. The translator plays a vital role between parents and the school. They acting as a bridge because they are bilingual, so they can easily understand the meaning of both sides, which will help greatly in communicating between them. Thirdly, the PTA, Parents and Teacher Association, and voluntary work provided by school administrator. The PTA meeting. With today's PTA, family also have access to important benefits, including dozens of national programs, experts, and resources are available to use. Improve communication. Enjoy informed parents. Involved parents understand the challenges school face and become part of the solution. By developing a closer relationship with parents, students' achievement enhanced and the school develops a positive reputation in the community. Fulfill No Child Left Behind obligations. PTA can help schools fulfill the parent involvement requirement of the No Child Left Behind Act. Actually, it's PTA's definition of parent involvement that is used in NCLB. Furthermore, we interviewed another teacher who worked with lots of Korean moms invited by school to work in the school library. She addresses the good memories about having their help and the good things about parents getting involved in school. She also comments about the difficulty about having more parents feel welcomed to the school activities, due to the reason that she didn't like showing her face to the public, so Anne just recorded her voice and kept her camera pointing to the school sign. We asked her about 3 questions. How much are immigrant parents involved in volunteer work? What are good things about their involvement for the school and for their kids at school? What is the most hindrance for more parents to get involved in school activities?
Good morning. How much are immigrants' parents involved in volunteer work? Well, this is Melody Finch saying we have quite a few volunteers here in our library and around our school. We're very happy and delighted that they come to help us with tasks that are easy to do. They make our school a much, much better place for our students. Your second question, what are good things about their involvement for the school and for their kids at school? The kids are so proud to see their parents helping in the library. We are delighted to see their eyes light up and see how happy they are to see their parents helping at school. The good things are, oh my gosh, we get so much more done because of the help of our volunteers than we would ever be able to accomplish on our own. Your third question is, what is the most hindrance for more parents to get involved in school? I would think that parents that work have a hard time coming to volunteer. They just don't have time in their day. And some really aren't interested in volunteering. But I think we get excellent volunteerism here at Wilson, where most of the parents do care very much about their children and about helping to make things better for their everyday lives.
Wow.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Finally, three of us consider that having ESL Parents Training Program will have a huge impact on the involvement and the relationship between ESL teacher and school. No more waiting, taking actions right now. The actions you made today will lead ESL and their parents to success in their prosperity life.